smoke when we all celebrate success. So now we. Yeah, that's right, you know we. I thought I told you that we.
Hey guys, finally have an update for you. So, this is a familiar looking site. Got the carpet and the underpile laid out because that's actually getting ready to go back into the car, and I'll show you why in a second. So for the longest time I've been agonizing about making a permanent change to the vehicle, and I've put it off for a long time trying to find alternative things to kind of achieve what I needed to do, and that was to get the wiring harness from the passenger side footwell into the vehicle. Now the reason this was an issue is the hole in the firewall. The existing hole was 26 mil. I had to bore that out to 47 mil. That's a lot of material to grind out. But we had a long weekend recently, so I've done it. Took much longer than I expected, and I was able to get the wiring harness through. So what I've been doing over the course of the last couple of days is just checking to see that everything's here. So the easy ones, I got the headlights in both sides, park lights, those are in place. I was missing a couple of plugs, but luckily they were bundled in with the harness, so once I stretched it out, they did fall out, you know, the radiator plug, the hooter plug, or horn plug as the Americans call it. The other thing that I was checking is for the spotlights, because obviously I want to have headlights and spotlights. So those are these plugs down here. I need to make a change to the plug on this side, because for some reason the harness and the plug, the wiring is switched around. So where you've got white with black trace and brown on the top here, so white's at the bottom and brown's here, on the wiring harness it's reversed. So I need to switch those around. Now it might be easier to do it on this plug than it is the harness, because I don't want to mess with the harness too much. Now the newest city that this harness came from had a whole bunch of extra connectors, and a lot of the senders and things were different. So where is it? It's down here. So my old harness had a spade connector that just slipped over these, and this is obviously now different because the newer types use, it's a big square plug with 4 pins. Now of course I want to show you, I won't find one. Something like this, but I think this one goes for the now I'm using the old radiator plug, and I might need to change it for a new type, but that's easy. So the point I'm trying to make is these are easy changes. I can change this to a modern one, I can change this guy, and I can change the water. I might have to change the entire flange, I'll have to see, but I can change the senders. That's not difficult. So those are quick wins. It's duplication of work, unfortunately, because all of this stuff is new, but it is what it is. But yeah, this was an important exercise. I need to get me a new brake fluid reservoir. I have one somewhere, I just cannot find it. But again, this is just making sure that I've got the correct plugs and things. Oddly enough, those never change. I need to get the water bottle or coolant level plug sorted. So here we are. So let me just explain to you how I did this. So I took a Dremel and a really rough grinding wheel, and I slowly, so at first I measured the inside diameter of the existing hole, and then the inside diameter, or the outside diameter rather, of the grommet, and then I had to move my calipers in a little bit because there's obviously a lip that grips the firewall on both sides, and then I had to grind and grind and grind and grind, make sure I'm doing a round hole, not an oval hole, round and round and round, take it out, measure, measure, do it again, measure, measure, and I had to do it from a couple of angles because at one point I was making a bit of an oval, so I had to then correct myself. But we got it in. So finally, once it was the right size, we pulled the and that was, I was measuring side, you know, I mean it's a round hole, so the sound's different, but I was measuring you know, longitudinally and latitudinally, and that was just to make sure that they were 47 mil and 47 mil, and it was perfect at one stage. So pulled the wiring harness through, popped the grommet through, you know, I sort of crunched and pushed through, then I lubricated it with some dishwashing liquid, and then I, from the engine bay side, I kind of gripped it and I twisted it, and then boom, it snapped into place, and it's a nice tight fit. So that's great. I took the bracket off of the new type wiring harness, and that's just so that I could get, I want to figure out how I can use the existing bracket to mount this. So I didn't want to chuck this away just yet. I'm going to hold on to it. I just need to find, a way to fit that, but I didn't want to get distracted with that just yet. We've got other things to worry about. So now here we are. These are the fan motor. It's a variable speed motor. I think it's only got 4 settings. 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it's 3 settings. Now this harness is a little bit different, or at least it's complete in the sense that this came off the other car's airbox. Now, if I had known that this stuff was here, I could have planned this a little bit better, in the sense that I could have not used my, this is new stuff because this is a new motor. I could have disconnected that, plugged this stuff through, and then made a different plan. But I think this might be as simple as just cut and join, or maybe put these the female connectors or the male connectors and just plug them straight in. It might be as easy as that. So I'm not going to mess with this. I'm glad it's there, but I'm not going to mess with it. It's another Common Earth. No idea what that was from. This is from the satellite tracking. I think it was from the satellite tracking. Oh, what is my camera doing? Is my battery flat? Yeah, I'm sure somewhere, I'm sure there was a label on here that mentioned the tracking company's name. Must have come off while I was handling it. Oh, the other interesting thing is the TCI unit is inside the car, which is a brilliant thing in the first place, because a lot of the older cities, this thing was in the engine bay. And yeah, this is satellite tracking because this is part of the antenna that we've chucked. So anyway, these would get wet and your car would stop running. I had mates who used to run the old City Golfs, and they would change, they had a couple of these in a bag in the car. So it's probably better that they've moved it finally inside, just before they stop producing it. This is the door switch. That'll mount this way in this hole. I'm sure I've got the rubber grommets for this somewhere. I know I got the screws. I'll just make a hole here and feed it through and screw it in place. And that's to get the cabin light when you open the doors to come on. And then when you close the doors, it'll slowly fade. That's why I wanted to use that one. So we are making progress at least. This is the radio antenna plug for the radio. Then I've got this stuff over here. This is for the cluster and the the ignition switches and indicators and all of that stuff. I just noticed my brake switch isn't there. I think I know where I've put it. I think it's in the toolbox. Just have to double check because that's quite an important component. So yeah, I used to have a brake switch in the hard lines in the engine bay, but I'm switching to one that goes on the pedal instead. Just trying to modernize the car a little bit, and that's luckily something that people won't see. And I think this cable was for handbrake switch. Yeah, there's the handbrake switch. So this still needs to be done, but I'm getting help with that one as well. I'm done struggling. Yeah, this is for the float. Alright, so yeah, we are getting there. I'll put up a photograph of the, I put the wheel arches. I found my OEM wheel arches, and I put those on the car, and it looks great with them on. So yeah, I'm still chipping away. I was going to get rid of this stuff, but I'm going to hold on to it just a little while longer. You never know what plugs I might be able to salvage off this now. And I'm talking just the plugs, not the harness, just but the auto electrician who's going to help me might not want to use any of this, and we may end up chucking it away, but I'm not comfortable getting rid of it just yet. Just for peace of mind that I'm holding on to it. But yeah, this is looking good. Like I say, I'm going to loosely fit. Probably, if I can get to it tonight, I'll try it. I need to take the seats out, clear it out, take an inventory of all the cables and things that I've got. Then I might put the underpile in, just loosely, and then I'll put the carpet loosely in and put the wiring on top. It'll all have to come out when we do the handbrake, but I'm just trying to clear space in the garage, because eventually my other project vehicle is going to come back. I've had to have I've had to have the hydraulic clutch completely rebuilt on that. It's a 1970 vehicle, 1971, and yeah, the mechanic who's doing it for me absolutely hates my guts. Although he's happy when he gets paid, he pretty much hates my guts at this point, because that car, it's kicking his ass and it was kicking mine when I was trying to do it myself. So anyway, so yeah, I need to sort this out. I need to make a bracket for the rear water bottle, because obviously I'm going to have the rear demister, wiper and washer working. I'm one of those things, guys, if I have it, it has to work. So yeah, I could have, you know, when this car was at the penalty, just welded everything up closed and then had a smooth tailgate, or I could buy a new tailgate and not have to worry about it. But yeah, I'd like to have everything working. I mean, I've got the functions on my indicator stalks, on the stalks in the vehicle for the rear window, and I've got a button for the demister. So I just want it to work. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are now. I do regret not filming all of this work, because I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, most of Monday during the public holidays. I was chipping away at this. If I just had the camera up on a tripod and just moved it around, while I didn't think about it at the time, because I was focused on trying to get as much of this stuff done as possible. And I only thought afterwards, I was like, oh man, that would have been great footage. So I'm sorry guys, that would have been more interesting than another rambling video, but things should hopefully start to accelerate from here. Whoa, I've just spotted one of my missing tools. I need to stop putting things in this rain tray. I wonder if my number 10 spanners. I've got a file and side cutters, screwdriver. But yeah, that's I've got lots of free tools when my cars come back from dealers, when I get my cars serviced. I've got lots of free tools, because it's a pretty common place to put the tools while you're working. But yeah, alright, so I'm going to leave it here guys. I've got some work to do, and obviously going to edit and upload this video for you. But yeah, I'm hoping soon that we're going to be able to start this thing. I cannot wait to hear this engine. It's either going to turn over and we'll adjust and idle, or it's going to go bang. And if it goes bang, I think I'm just going to find a quiet spot in the corner and cry about it. But should be fine. I've taken pretty good care of it. Set the timing, checked it before we put it in. Hopefully, once we've got the wiring sorted and we've got the fuel lines sorted and the brakes are done, start the car and we're good to go. I'm actually going to get some help. I keep mentioning this. I'm starting to stop glory boying this thing. So I'm going to start getting some professional help just to try and get me over the line. And yeah, who knows? I might be able to drive it pretty soon. I want to finish it this year. I know I said that last year, but lockdown kind of killed that ambition. This year, before December, I want to be able to take this thing for a drive. Couple of drives. Long drives. But alright, thanks for watching guys. I appreciate the support. Cheers, eh? Hi guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more and be kept up to date, please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to my channel. With your help, we can get this project complete and move on to the next one. Bye for now.